Hey! So, we finally get a chance to touch the car after about a week and a half of just kind of working and, life, just that stuff. Sitting here, I got it parked in the driveway finally. It's next to the two trucks, but this thing just looks tiny in comparison. I mean, that's a big truck, but the mid-size truck, I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera, but it just makes this thing look puny. That truck's supposed to be mid-size, but whatever. We're gonna start playing with it. When we were at the drift event, we were misfiring cylinder 2, or I guess cylinder 3, and we swapped the plugs, we swapped the coils, and it's still misfiring. So that leads me to believe that it is one of our injectors, which you can't really see them down there. Maybe you can. They look like a real pain to get to, so I've been kind of dreading doing this. Sometimes stuff like this, you look at it, it looks like it's going to suck, and it only takes a few minutes, which is what I'm hoping. I also have to figure out why it popped out of reverse, and just do like a whole nut and bolt check, because that was the first time the car's actually been driven in a good bit, so just want to make sure it's looking good. Gonna plan out where I'm gonna put the hydro on it and see you when we get there. Alright, so if you can see, we got the injectors out. Just destroyed, unplugged everything. Yeah, it wasn't fun. Some of the bolts were hard to get to, but we got them out. I think my buddy knows a guy that's gonna flow test them and clean them too if they need to be, for real cheap. So I'm probably gonna go that route, get them cleaned up, and then hopefully throw them back in. I'm really scared about putting them back in. That's gonna be the hard part, but we'll figure it out. We'll get it in, we'll get it done, no matter how hurt our hands are gonna get, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's ripping sooner than later. I want to drive. Alright, so we got the car back, put together. Everything is hopefully plugged in. Intercooler's off, but nobody needs that to run a car, right? But put the new injector in, freshly cleaned injector. It was spraying fuel everywhere for a second, but we fixed that. And then we'll start it up and see if you can hear it on the video. Here we go. Obviously misfiring. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Sounds like a fucking Subaru. That's disgusting. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's still missing out of 3. That's pretty weird, but I'm gonna go get a compression tester now and hope we didn't blow the engine. Alright, so here's where we're at. We've swapped the coils per cylinder, we've swapped the plugs on each cylinder, we've swapped the fuel injectors on each cylinder, and we're still misfiring out of cylinder 3. We got the compression tester hooked up, and what I'm going to do is unplug the relay. Hold on one second. So what we're going to do is unplug the circuit opening relay, which is basically going to kill the fuel pump. So it'll crank, but it's not going to start. My trunk's a mess, so I don't want you guys to see that, but the COR, circuit opening relay, just unplug that, and it won't, the fuel pump won't run basically, so it won't start. But it'll crank. Moment of truth, guys! I'm gonna cry if it's dead. Oh. We're staying corrected. Here's the moment of truth. So, I think it could have pumped it higher. I mean, it's getting good compression, so the other cylinders are like 150, but 120 is not bad. I mean, it shouldn't cause such a heavy miss. It's not like it's like leaking compression that bad, but right now I think what I'm going to do is put everything back together, park the car, take a few minutes and just think about how this would be happening, you know, just take a step back and figure it out. But I'm just glad that the engine's not 30 psi like I thought it was originally when I wasn't using the tool right. But I think we're all good. We'll just have to figure it out. It's probably a fucking grounding issue, or you know. Alright, we'll figure it out though. Alright guys, we're in the car. She's running good, boys. Running a lot better. So I'll probably put in some pictures here of the ECU that I sent to Doug Copeland, Mr. 220 valve, on the forums. He fixed it up for me for free. He even made the case look like brand new. Such a cool guy. He's the guy that built my wiring harness. He works at Wire Gap. But yeah, opened up the ECU and that puppy was fried. She'd seen better days, but now she's back. We ain't got no misfires, and it's actually running damn good, man. This is like a first. It's the best it's ever ran. But I'm just gonna run to the store real quick, grab some beer and ice. You know how we do it down in Florida. Natty Lights with some lime in them. Just listen to these beautiful noises though. We're back with a change of scenery here. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but we're at the beach. I've been driving the car for 2 days since Doug's fixed the ECU. I sent it off to him. He fixed it for free, which is super cool. Doug Copeland. He works for Wire Gap. Made the wiring harness for the car. Super cool guy. Just paid shipping and he took care of me, which is crazy. That's very nice of him. But I'm just guessing the ECU got smashed by the battery in the trunk. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing to show you guys how messy this trunk is. But let me show you what we're working with. Battery has not been tied down properly, if you can't tell, but I'm keeping the ECM far from it. I just need to get the battery closed or tied down, and I think I'm going to mount the ECU somehow, but still have to figure that out. But yeah, car's running great. No more misfire. I'm here to crack a cold one with the buddies at the beach. She made it, no problems. There is a drift event, I believe, on the 15th of August or the 12th. Either way, it's a Saturday in August coming up, and I'm going to be off work, so planning on cracking a cold run with the boys at the drift event and send this thing. Clutch kickers, open drift. I'm still a noob, so it ain't going to be no pro formula drift content, but it'll be fun. So look forward to seeing you guys there. I'll bring the old turd out, see if I can make it brake again.